Today I'm going to be looking at why divorce has increased in the United Kingdom. In 1961, there were 27,000 divorces in the United Kingdom. By 2003, that had increased massively to 166,000 per year in the UK. Why is this? Well, it's not down to population increase. Population of the UK has increased by about 20 million since the early 1960s to slightly over 60 million, but the increase in the divorce rate has been much, much larger. It's not due to more people getting married. If you had more people getting married, you'd expect there would be more people getting divorced. However, the actual number of people getting married per year has declined. It peaked in 1974 and has declined subsequently. So actually, the number of people who are married makes up a smaller proportion of the population today than it did in the past. So, why is it that there's been a massive increase in the divorce rate in the United Kingdom and some other countries? There are four reasons why. Legal reasons, cultural reasons, social reasons, and economic reasons. Legal reasons first. In 1969, there was a Divorce Reform Act which came into place in 1970. This changed the grounds for getting divorced and introduced irretrievable breakdown as a reason for getting divorced. Prior to 1970, you had to prove that your partner had done something wrong, such as alcoholism or beating you up or adultery. And this meant that a lot of people actually contested the divorce cases and wouldn't grant their partner a divorce. After 1970, with the introduction of irretrievable breakdown, you had a new sort of no-fault divorce. So if both parties agreed that they didn't want to be divorced, didn't want to be married to each other and agreed to the divorce, they could just break up rather than anyone being blamed for it. Secondly, cultural changes. There's less stigma today about getting divorced. In the past, being divorced was seen as a sign of personal failure. Not so anymore. Secondly, feminism has been an important social change. Women feel more self-confident, they have higher expectations of relationships. They won't put up with bad behaviour so much, and if they do experience an unsatisfactory relationship, they will tend to end it more easily. Today people have higher expectations, perhaps that's the influence of Hollywood and celebrity magazines. People want to have a fairy tale marriage, and with those higher expectations probably comes more disappointment. Third set of reasons, economic. Women today have many more opportunities than they did in the past, especially opportunities to earn a living. With women increasingly being employed and increasingly earning very high salaries, that means that they are more able to get divorced, whereas in the past they were dependent on their husband for their income. Secondly, higher male unemployment rate, which means that many more men are out of work or going in and out of work. There isn't a job for life anymore, and that means that there's more financial insecurity. One of the major reasons people divorce is that they argue, and they argue often about money. Lastly, social changes. It's fair to say that today we have a have-it-all culture, where people are much more demanding of each other and of what they want out of life. In the past, people were probably a bit happier to get what they got. Now people's expectations are higher. The decline of the extended family means that there are fewer people to go to in time of need, in time of personal crisis. That means that partners are reliant on each other a lot more. Increasingly we live in private suburban families, which means that we don't know our neighbours, we live a long way away from our families, and that puts a lot of pressure on two people plus children. So, variety of reasons why divorce is increasing. Many of you will have experienced divorce already, or may unfortunately experience in the future. So, something to think about.